The Society of Antiquaries holds over 800 objects and 1,000 manuscripts, the oldest of which is from the 10th century, as well as 10,000 drawings and 130,000 published books ranging from the 15th century to the present day. During its history, the Society was particularly prolific in utilising drafters. These draftsmen would travel to locations holding rare or delicate objects that could not be moved to the Society for study. They would illustrate the objects for records and were particularly focused on realism and accuracy when depicting them. This was unusual for the time, as people often beautify the objects for the masses. In some cases, the Society is the only place that we can refer to for what some objects looked like, as they have since been lost or destroyed. An example of this would be the Cowdray House wall paintings, illustrated by Samuel Grimm, commissioned by the Society in 1785. These wall paintings were later destroyed in a fire in 1793, only 8 years later. These paintings depicted historical events in extreme detail. For instance, the coronation of Edward VI, showing the royal procession from the Tower of London to the Palace of Westminster. The Cowdray House also had the only depiction of the encampment of British forces near Portsmouth, when 200 French ships traversed the English Channel to attack the English fleets, drawn by the Sherwin brothers this time. This engraving from the Society's collection is the sole record of these events. The illustrated copy of the Bayeux Tapestry, created in 1816 by Charles Stothard, was once again commissioned by the Society. Later converted into engravings, this illustration was published and became the first time the entirety and coloured version of the tapestry was available to the entire public. The work also depicts the original tapestry before it was damaged in the French Revolution. The Society also holds 3 original copies of the Magna Carta. It was created in 1215 and was signed by King John of England. It is considered one of the most important documents in the world and is still studied today in law and history. The document was the first to set up individual rights of the people and stated that even sovereignty be subjected to the law. The Society also has several portraits of King Richard III. This arched one is a pair with the portrait of Richard's brother Edward. Both paintings were done on planks from the same tree and mirror each other. The Society also has a lock of Edward IV's hair. A curious object owned by the Society are the Binnies and Charlies, a collection of forged pilgrim badges and artefacts created by William Smith and Charles Eaton. During the Victorian era, a trend for owning historic artefacts had taken over, and Smith and Eaton decided to capitalise on this situation. These badges later became known as Binnies and Charlies, or the Shadwell forgeries. What was particularly funny about this ploy was the two were illiterate, and the seemingly Latin inscriptions said nothing at all. These two grifters were put on trial several times and released in every case. After the first trial, despite the exposure of their plot, Billy and Charlie had actually noticed a great increase in business.